Hi, this is Max Fold. I'm going to be outlining my VexCode VR final project today. The problem I decided to solve was to get this robot to correctly solve the dynamic mazes, the dynamic wall mazes on VexCode VR, vr.vex.com. And the one surefire way to solve any maze of this, like this, with one entrance and one exit is to just put your hand out to the right wall and just hold and keep it there as you move forward throughout the maze, and eventually that'll take you to the end. It won't be the fastest method, but it will get you to the end 100% of the time. Now, just going over my code here, zoom in on that. So with these blocks, first I have these purple blocks. Purple blocks in VexCode VR are purely aesthetic. The one thing that might be of note is that I put the robot pen down just so that you can see the path that it took in order to get to the finish line. And then I also set the drive velocity and turn velocity both to 100% each so that the robot would complete the maze as quickly as possible. Let me just put this away. Now here we get into the real meat, meat of the program that decides where exactly the robot is going. I have it so that first I have my clear condition, which checks, which will repeat this program. We'll repeat like solving the maze until down eye will detect red, and the red would be the red of the finish line. And here is the basic cycle that it goes. I put it in if then else statement so that it would it would have a thought process for deciding where to go. So first, the robot will check if there's distance in millimeters in front of it is greater than 260, then it will drive forward for 250 meters. I put it 260 here and 250 here, just so that there would be a little extra room to see if there's extra space for, and 250 millimeters here, just so because that's the length of each of the blocks in the maze. You notice it's aligned along a grid. And then it's going to turn right. This is the whole hug the right wall part of it. It'll always take the first right turn that it can, and then check if there's distance in front of it again. So what the thought process will be is that if there's distance in front of it, then we'll go forward, turn right, and then check again. And if there isn't distance in front of it at any time, then it'll turn left until there is. And there's always going to be a path in front of it. It's never going to get stuck. So I also, at the very beginning, I have it turn right first. This is just this, but explicitly for the start, so that it checks every single possible way that the maze could be leading it. And then once it's finished, I print the maze complete. So I'm going to play this, and I'll walk you through exactly how it's going. So you'll notice when it's moving forward, it'll make a right turn always to check if there is space in front of it. And sometimes there won't be, like here, and it's up against the wall, but it always has to check to see if there is a right wall that it could take. So here, you'll notice that it is always going to be hugging the right wall and moving along a path that touches the right wall, as much as that like curves and warps and loops. One thing that you might notice, I'm not sure if it's going to happen on this map, but on some of the maps on this site, I think I've found like at least 4 so far, is that the robot will sometimes clip through, excuse me, the robot will sometimes clip through walls, and I've included that in my presentation, which is a weird bug, but ultimately is not on the fault of my program or the robot, so there's nothing I can really do about it. It's just an odd little quirk of using this website and this programming tool. So you'll notice that it is solving the maze on its own and is getting closer to the finish line using the hug the right wall strategy. And there you go. It is solving the maze, and boom, it has gotten to the end, and now the program has stopped because the down eye detects red and the maze is complete. This will work for any maze that's on the site, on the dynamic wall maze. I discovered that, by the way, the dynamic wall maze, it's not randomly generated. There's just a long list of about, like, I think 20 or so different pre-made mazes on this site. So you'll see, like, repeated ones again if you keep, like, refreshing and looking. But yeah, that is my completed project, and I'm really quite happy with it. Yeah, thank you.